Mistress Lotus, and welcome to your General and Love Monthly Reading. I just want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers, new and returning. Thank you guys so much for your likes, comments, and shares. And thank you to all of you that have booked private readings with me. Thank you guys so much, and I truly appreciate all of your love and support. So, I have a bit of news. I will be doing my first live stream sometime this month. Kind of wanted to get to know you guys, maybe even do a Q&A and maybe offer some free card spreads. If you would be interested in that, then I suggest you guys tune in for that as well. For those of you that find that this reading does not resonate with you, I suggest that you guys go and check your sun, moon, and rising signs. And if you're unaware of what's in your chart, I have the birth chart calculator in the description below. So let's go ahead and see what you guys have in store for this month, Taurus. Gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of July 2017? What messages do you have for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of July 2017? We have a big old chunk flopping out here along with two cards. I'm going to go with this. I see the Hermit in reverse, and we have a challenge card, which I'll flip here in a second. But let's go ahead and check these out. I'm not going to add these in the reading, but I see that, yeah, I feel like you guys are dealing with some heartbreak, third-party situations maybe, or maybe you guys are going through a divorce or a separation of some sort. And you've cut off communication and cut off ties between you and another individual. Maybe it was a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Even with the moon here, that could also be Pisces as well. But I see emotional manipulation. I see insecurities. I see jealousy. I see scandals taking place. I see that you're releasing yourself from the fear of the situation, because I feel like you guys have found something out already about someone. But I feel like even though you're releasing yourself from the fear of what's been going on behind your back, I feel like there's a lot of unhappiness. And with that being said, I also see next to these that we have the Father of Swords in reverse, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer as well, specifically, or maybe some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or maybe someone is in your midst that's extremely abusive in their communication. They're controlling, they're manipulative, they're just horrible people here, and you guys have decided to move on from this stressful situation and feeling left out in the cold. Maybe this could even be a financial situation for some of you if it's not a relationship. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of controlling, verbally abusive individual in the workplace. But I feel like you took on way too much in this situation, and you've decided to just simply move on from it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to shuffle it a little bit more, cut the deck, and we'll begin. Okay, I feel like that's it. Let's go ahead and cut the deck. Okay, so in the present position, we have the Hermit in reverse, challenged by the Eight of Wands. Okay, in the recent past, we have the Emperor in reverse. In the near future, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. In your conscious thoughts, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. In your subconscious thoughts, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. In the advice position, we have the World in reverse. In the external factors, we have the Sun in reverse. Wow. In your hopes and fears, we have the Strength card in reverse. And in the outcome, we have Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have Son of Wands. So let's go ahead and talk about this Son of Wands real quick, because I see that maybe some of you are dealing with some traveling. You guys are traveling for work. Maybe you're traveling, moving away to a new home or a new company, or maybe just moving somewhere new. Maybe some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your midst. Someone that is coming into the reading, or someone that maybe is arriving or going away from the situation. But from what it's looking like, I feel like maybe some of you are moving away from something, whether it's emotional or a physical move. I also feel like there's someone coming in that's maybe just lusty, very passionate, Maybe you're this passionate individual, or maybe you're moving away from this type of individual, but whoever this is, you're doing some traveling. But I see that obviously there's some depression still lingering from last month's reading. And I'm noticing that maybe some of you are experiencing waking up to nightmares, being kept up at night, maybe thinking about someone that got away or someone that has come into your life and completely turned it upside down. But I do see that there's a decision being made, and you're coming out of a time of mental conflict, and maybe you just finally decide to move away from a situation, a toxic situation. Okay? There's definitely a decision that's been made to move away from a toxic situation for sure. I feel like it even has something to do with a karmic bond for some of you. This could even be the card for Capricorn as well, but I feel like this is a very deceptive, manipulative individual. I feel like this is someone that is very sexually charged. This is someone that is all about being bad. Just being overall a negative individual, not doing things for the greater good at all. Egotistical for sure. You're moving away from this type of individual, or away from a karmic bond. In the recent past, we have the Emperor in reverse. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. Or maybe some of you have been feeling out of control. Maybe you're dealing with someone who is controlling. And maybe that's who you're moving away from. Someone was extremely out of control. They were controlling, domineering, abusive. They were like a tyrant. And I feel like in the present position with the Hermit in reverse is challenged by the Eight of Wands. So you wanted something to move quickly. You wanted maybe to exchange some communication with someone, but someone's hiding. Someone's being overcautious. Someone is being paranoid and hesitant. Hesitant with either some fast communication that has come in, or maybe you're just hesitant to exchange words with someone, with this person who is controlling and abusive, for what it's looking like. In the near future, I see the Five of Swords in reverse. So there are past resentments lingering. Maybe you've dealt with someone that was all about one-upsmanship and you decided to leave it behind. You're no longer feeling defeated. But I do feel like a separation has taken place, and maybe that's where your victory lies. You're open to letting this go. I even see with the Ace of Swords in reverse in your conscious position, yeah, I feel like either you cut off communication or you're feeling chaotic. You're still feeling conflicted. You're still feeling lost. You're still feeling like your world has been turned upside down. Maybe this is you turning down a new beginning with someone. Or maybe this is just cutting someone off, period. You had to, because they were just abusive. They were crazy with you. But I feel like you still are going through a period of a lack of direction of what you should do next. In the subconscious position, I see the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So someone is self-serving. Someone is extremely self-serving. Someone is one-sided. Someone is stingy. Someone is greedy. Selfish. I feel like you guys are cutting that bond away for good, but you're still conflicted over it, which is the crazy part. Or, you know, maybe this is just simply saying you're done with this person's ways. Materialistic, greedy, stingy at the same time. You decide to just cut it off. Advice position, I see the World in reverse. I feel like there's a lack of closure in this situation. And maybe that's where this confusion could be stemming from. But I feel like you just gotta, you gotta make the cut. I feel like you just gotta make the cut, because I don't think you'll ever really get closure with someone like this. Maybe this is telling you you need to complete the cycle. The cycle is incomplete. Maybe some of you haven't dealt with this situation properly. Maybe you haven't decided to cut ties yet. But in the external factors, I see the Sun in reverse. So this is a lack of friendships, a lack of happiness, temporary depression. You're not liberating yourself from this toxic situation is what I'm seeing. A lot of unhappiness in this card. In your hopes and fears, I see the Strength card. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. If not, this is again a reference to someone that is a tyrant, someone that is arrogant, prideful, self-serving, abusive. You're fearing this individual. I feel like you're fearing turning this individual down. There's a lot of instability with this person, though, for sure. I'm even seeing in the outcome with the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you guys finally decide to leave this situation behind. Maybe this is a financial opportunity that's been lost, or maybe there's some instability within the home and in the family. And I feel like you're dealing with someone who is abusive in their communication, and maybe for some of you even physically. Someone who's selfish, prideful, arrogant, rude, nasty, janky as hell. I see the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. Missed opportunities, turned down relationships, maybe even bad news coming in. You guys are still transitioning out of this. But I do see a separation is definitely on the horizon, if not, if it hasn't already been made. Maybe you guys are experiencing bad friends around you. Maybe there are people in your life that are just abusive. Maybe this could be just friendships, or maybe this is for people within your family, or just however it applies to you. There's a lot of abusive energy, unhappy, miserable, toxic energy. Let's go ahead and clarify these for you guys. Show me the Emperor in reverse. Okay, we have the Judgment in reverse. So you're wanting something back with someone. You're feeling out of control. Or you're wanting something back with someone that is... You're wanting to be back with someone that is out of control and abusive. Let me see. 8 of Wands. And the Hermit in reverse. Maybe you're doubting yourself due to this abusive individual. They're making you doubt yourself. 5 of Swords in reverse. Or maybe just the lack of control that you feel is making you doubt yourself. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, we have 4 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The World in reverse. The Sun in reverse, yeah. Yeah, you're holding on to the past. Daughter of Chalices. Okay, so show me the Strength card in reverse. Show me the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so that one comes out, and I'm going to put that one down. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like something that you've been working on, whether it's a partnership or in the workplace. I feel like you have to make a head over heart decision, either within a partnership, within a family situation, or within the workplace. Some of you could be dealing with your mother specifically. Or maybe you guys are just trying to maintain emotional balance, focusing on your intuition. Your intuition leads you to making a head over heart decision to either focus on your family and finances, or maybe there is someone that is simply in your midst while you're going through a tough time right now. You've recently parted ways from a partnership that you had been working on for quite some time. Maybe you decide to cut it away, divorce, be single. Maybe you're dealing with someone that was seeking revenge. Maybe there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the mix. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this one's definitely difficult in nature. And maybe you're just trying to offer your heart and work on something with someone, but you've had to make the head over heart decision to walk away. And even intuitively, you know you should walk away. And it results in missed opportunities with the 4 of Chalices in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune, completion of cycles, but at least the cycle will complete, you know, and you can begin something anew, because there's definitely divorces on the table, broken contracts, broken agreements, for sure. Direct communication coming in about that. Definitely due to a betrayal, for sure. But definitely more completions with that as well. I just feel like you're still working your way up to completing this cycle. Because in the present position with the Hermit in reverse challenged by the Eight of Wands, it's clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So someone was feeling left out in the cold. Someone was feeling spiritually impoverished. Someone has been dealing with someone that is very defensive. There's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of pressure. You've put a lot of time and effort into this, but they've left you feeling broken. I see divorces, maybe separating from a position somewhere in the workplace. In the near future with the Five of Swords in reverse, I even see the Eight of Chalices is clarifying it. So someone is abandoning a relationship, and maybe you guys are receiving news about that sometime this month. Or maybe you guys are sharing that news with someone, but it's due to past resentment. Someone's abandoning the relationship. It's not going anywhere, and it's done. There's a lot of sadness, hopelessness, and helplessness with this card here. There's nothing left you can do. And I see in the conscious position with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's clarified by the Four of Swords. So you guys will be withdrawing. You guys will be, you know, stepping back and going inward. So I feel like that could further confirm that this Ace of Swords in reverse talks about cutting off communication, keeping to yourself. I feel like you guys have decided to leave it behind, but you're still sweating it mentally, basically. I see with the, and I'm noticing that something is manifesting, something is coming to fruition, and I feel like maybe the separation is still coming to fruition for you, or for some of you. In the subconscious position with the Four of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Moon in reverse. So some of you may be dealing with a Pisces who's self-serving, just stingy all the way around, greedy, materialistic. Maybe something has been concealed or revealed in some way. You're releasing your fears, but there's a lot of unhappiness in the situation because you're not getting anything out of it. It's unstable. In the advised position with the World in reverse is clarified by the Six of Chalices in reverse. So you're holding on to the past. This is saying let go of the past. Stop holding on mentally and emotionally. If you've already let them go and you're out of the relationship and you decided I'm single, emotionally and mentally let them go, because you're holding on to the past and you're unable to move forward, and it results in a lack of completion in the cycle. If you complete the cycle, you can have a lot more successful results. But this betrayal is plaguing your minds, bringing about a lot of pain. In the external factors with the Sun in reverse is clarified by the Daughter of Cups. So jealousy, pessimism, unhappiness, depression, creative blocks, offers being turned down. Maybe someone turned you down and it's stuck on your mind and you're wanting it back. But it's because the situation was out of control. There's a lot of past resentment. There's a lot of abuse going on. Someone abusing their power. Abusing someone's trust. A lack of friendships. There's no love here from what I'm seeing. This person's not giving it to you. There's a lack of happiness. There's a lot of jealousy. Pessimism for sure. And that's why it's not working. And your hopes and fears with the Strength in reverse, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. So I feel like there's a lot of family, home, and financial references in this reading, and emotional references. This is all one-sided. If you're doing all the work and this person hasn't been doing anything and they decided to turn you down and now you're sweating it, I suggest that you try and really get some crystals or stones to meditate and help yourself through this. Try and find something you can do with your friends. But you, above all else, need to realize that if you are dealing with someone like this who is prideful, arrogant, rude, abusive, emotionally manipulative, and very one-sided, if you're doing all the giving and you're not getting anything in return, you really need to rethink your priorities and what you deserve. You need to look at what you deserve, for sure. In the outcome with the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, I see the Ace of Chalices and the Five of Chalices in reverse. Yep, so I feel like this is emotionally draining for you guys. I feel like you guys will eventually move on. I feel like you guys will finally kind of make that transition into cutting off communication and leaving them behind for good and working on healing yourself and moving on for good. I just feel like you guys are still transitioning into working through some of this conflict that you're mentally going through and emotionally going through. But I feel like eventually you will make the decision to cut your losses. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what oracle messages I have for you guys. Gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit. What messages do you have for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign for the month of July 2017? What messages do you have for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of July 2017? Show me 3 cards that you have for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I feel like they're done. Alright, the first card we have is the Web Weaver, the Lady of Lightning, and the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. At the bottom of the deck we have the Arrow Master. This is a beautiful card. Okay, you guys, so let's dive in. The first one we're going to do is the Arrow Master. Okay. Ally. The Arrow Master appears to help you target your intentions and teaches you how to shoot straight for the stars. The message is to be deliberate about focusing your dreams and desires with intention and about aligning your intention with spirit. Then let them fly on the wind, directed by the divine, until they reach your goal. The only way to hit the target is to allow the arrow of your intention to fly unencumbered by your eagerness to see it travel exactly the way you want it to go. You may think it needs to veer a certain way to reach your goal, but in the invisible realms, human power cannot make this happen. The divine has its own idea of how the arrow flies and upon what wind it's carried. Nonetheless, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. This is a fortunate message as long as you remember the law of detachment. If you do, then be assured that you're right on point. Challenger. The Arrow Master appears to let you know that if you continue on your present course, you will be shooting yourself in the foot. You're being challenged now to take a look at the motives behind why you want to reach your goal at all. Is this a path of true destiny or the lure of fantasy and ego desires? Are you setting your intention to win something away from another or to get what you want, whether or not it's good for all? Remember also that life is not a competition. The concept of competition is flawed and encourages a perception of lack. Your time will come. Be very clear that you're pointing in the right direction and don't chase your arrow. If your intention is to find an easier, softer way or a shortcut to your goal, it's time to give that up since it won't work in the long run. Don't be seduced by quick, get-it-now ideas. This is the time to ask for the highest intentions, to replace the old ones. Sometimes a new set of arrows and another target altogether are needed. Then you can never miss your mark. Okay, the next one we have is the Web Weaver. Okay. The Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Just when you need to make a connection like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. If your query is about a relationship, the web weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. Challenger. The web weaver warns you to address your behavior in all areas. Where are you being dishonest with others and with yourself? Are you fearful that you'll be left out in the cold and abandoned if you don't relinquish control? Your strand in the web is beautiful and unique, and you don't need to camouflage who you really are in order to manipulate results. You're challenged to stand tall in all your perfect imperfections. See yourself truly and allow the patterns of your life to be woven into the beauty meant for you and you alone. Keep in mind that if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. The web remembers everything. Do something different this time and watch a miracle. This applies to all your questions in this moment, for everything is connected. Okay, the next one we have is the Lady of Lightning. Okay, ally. As an ally, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared. Change is imminent, and a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. Challenger. Unpleasant news, an unexpected shock, or an overall sense of powerlessness are the aspects you may experience when the Lady of Lightning appears as your challenger. This is a time when you may be forced to make a change you don't want to make. A situation may suddenly turn in a different direction than you'd hoped it would. This is a sign of difficulty and unwanted surprises, but consider the idea of a thunderstorm and how beautiful and charged with electricity the world is after it passes. It will always pass, because that is the nature of the storm. Your difficulties will too, as that is the way of things as well. In the realm of the Lady of Lightning, it's prudent to engage the law of non-resistance. Relax and wait out the storm in the shelter of your faith and goodwill, trusting that all will be well, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Wonderful new life has an opportunity to grow when the storm passes. The Lady of Lightning would much prefer to be your ally anyway. Okay, the next one we have, or the final one we have for this one, is the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. And this one says, ally. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny is all about the details. Look closely and pay attention to the smallest elements of what's being presented to you on your path. It's in these details, not the broad strokes, that you'll find the breathtaking beauty and perfection in what you observe. This ally is on your side to point to the deeper meaning of what unfolds in your life, and he reminds you that every moment counts. Staying present in this perfect moment, observing the minute things, leads you to manifest your highest good and greater desires. Grand gestures are for other times. It's the smallest acts that really count now. When the Ringmaster of Scrutiny appears as your challenger, he warns you to observe your situation with discernment and clarity. It's time to see the flaws in the foundations you and others have built under you. It also seems that you may be getting caught up in the details of your dream when really it's time to leave them to the divine. Perhaps you're worrying about the past and the future too much, forgetting that the dream is created in the now time. Often the Ringmaster of Scrutiny also brings a warning to read the fine print and watch for hidden agendas when you're involved with others. Don't worry, whatever your current challenge, things can be resolved as soon as you cultivate detachment and trust that the details will be taken care of once you turn them over to the divine. The universe has an uncanny way of self-correcting when you get out of your own way. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what messages the Moon Phase Oracle has for you guys as well. Gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of July 2017? What messages do you have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of July 2017? Okay, so we had a whole chunk coming out, but I'm just going to take the two that flipped here. The first one we have is Cold Moon, and the second one we have is Pisces. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck here. All right, and the third card we have is Scorpio. Okay, the Shaman. Nice, it's a beautiful card. At the bottom of the deck we have the Waxing Gibbous, the card for courage. So let's go ahead and see what this has to say to you guys. With the first one being the Waxing Gibbous card. With courage, I trust the path before me to guide my steps and my dreams unfolding. As the moonlight grows, the fire element magnifies. The fire realm is an intense realm to walk in and takes audacity to move forward. An extreme amount of courage is needed to walk your soul path with purpose and authenticity. When courage takes over, your flame grows brighter and draws in the support and inspiration your soul needs. Karmic lessons may be asking you to be more brave and do the right thing, even if it's against the mainstream or popular opinion. Your soul has great things to do and has no time for naysayers, even if they are in your own head. Step into your courage and walk through the fire. You will be transformed, and you will rise above your current circumstances. Your path will be brighter for it, and you will inspire others in doing so. Shadow side. You are comparing your unique gifts with others who are using theirs. This will only hold yourself back and diminish your bright flame. If you are acting in an inauthentic way, set it straight. Do not forget your values and principles. Do not let jealousy from within or others get the best of you. Okay. The next one we have is Cold Moon. Okay. Okay, this one says, there's deep wintering in the cold moon cycle. Activity is lower than usual and the need to retreat takes precedent. Snow may be covering the land, and it's a blanket of protection, preserving the fragile seeds waiting to sprout. You have ideas brewing, but now's the time to let them slumber in the caverns of your heart. When the body experiences deep sleep, true healing can take place. Your ideas are not ready to be revealed or activated because healing is needed in this time of hibernation. Your soul needs to rest. Anchor into the deep layers and bundles of protection around you. Take the time to create the sanctuary you need. Allow your soul to get cozy and enjoy this respite. You are worthy of this time of hibernation, and you deserve this break. Shadow side. You're experiencing fatigue from overworking, allowing others to drain your energy, and or both. You need to stop in your tracks and change some of your choices before you completely burn out. Focus on adding better choices to your life rather than getting rid of anything right now. Soon there will be no room for lack. Okay? The next one we have is Pisces, the Psychic. If you drew this card, your emotions are churning and your third eye is wide open. You're highly sensitive at the moment, so know that all the emotions you may be feeling right now may not be your own. This is a wonderful opportunity to use compassion and empathy in your situation, even if it is for yourself. Listen to your intuition, as your psychic abilities are heightened at this time. They will help you make the best choice for you. On the shadow side, this is not the time to escape from reality. Your emotions are tender, but you need to stay in the present moment. Focus on practicing energetic boundaries around your body in order to feel more grounded. Okay, and the final one that we have is the card for Scorpio, the Shaman. If you drew this card, this is an intense and emotional time for you. The veil has been lifted and you're closer to the shadow side. You may be receiving messages and answers from your ancestors or guides. Take time to listen and indulge in the unknown. Find a healthy outlet to express your emotions if they are too intense to ride. On the shadow side, do not linger on bitterness, or you could easily become the victim. Your shadow is here to teach you the lessons you are meant to overcome in this lifetime. What would it mean to love your shadow? All right, you guys, so there's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for my live stream soon. So until next time, you guys, peace and love.